Hi guys, we are finishing up this semester with an Asian art unit. We just finished the Chinese dragons and now we're going to do some Chinese architecture. We are going to draw a building called a pagoda, and this is traditionally a religious building. So in the Chinese culture, this is where they would go for worship. Instead of going to a church or a mosque or a temple, they would go to the pagoda. A typical pagoda is an odd number of stories. The roofs are always curved. They focus on the horizontal. There is always this line that goes straight up with a steeple on the top because of the religious aspect of this architecture. It points up to the sky and it wants to get nice and close to the heavens. So we also need to know that these are symmetrical, so what you do on the left you need to do on the right. And they are also typically made out of wood, but sometimes we see them made out of metal and iron, stones, bricks, tiles, and sometimes even gold. So if you have a gold colored pencil later, you can color in some gold if you feel up to it. Yeah, so I want you to watch the video and draw along with the artist. You are going to need paper and a pencil and your black marker to trace over your lines. So get your paper out, get your pencil out, and start to draw. All right, kiddos, so we are going to make our Chinese pagoda today, finishing off the semester with a little bit of architecture and a little bit of fun. So, a pagoda is a religious building in China, and it would be like a church or a mosque or a temple. This is a pagoda. So we are going to start with a little circle and 3 little lines to make our steeple. Then I'm going to make a rectangle for the top of our first roof. Okay, we want to make these symmetrical. So what we do on one side, we do on the other side. So we need this little U shape on the left and the right. Okay, you want them to be about the same. Then I make a curved line at the bottom for our roof. Then we need to make a rectangle. And now we're just gonna do another roof. So 1 story. Now these, try to make them as symmetrical as possible, so they want to look the same on one side as it does on the other, and then a big U connecting them. Draw light until you know it's right. This one we're going to make a little bigger. Rectangle. So this is story number 2. So 1, 2. Now we're going to make another one. A little bit bigger. Make a big U connecting them. Another rectangle. Chinese architecture has a lot of different stories to it, but you typically will have them odd amounts. So 3 is the lowest number you'll have. 5, 7, 9 stories. So right now I have 3, so I could stop there, but I have a lot of paper left. So I'm going to try to make a couple more. So I have 1 roof, 2, 3. I'm on my 4th story right now. So I can't stop here. Hopefully I have enough space. And this will be story number 5. And then this bottom story, I've been told doesn't have any doors. So when you make it, it needs to have openings, not a door. So I'm not going to put a doorknob on here. Now people go upstairs in all of these different stories, so I need to have windows, and you can make your windows look however you want. But remember, this is Eastern culture. This is not Western culture, so the architecture looks different over here in Michigan than it does in China. So you guys all have your computers, so when you're making this, you might want to research pagodas and what they look like on the internet. Does it have to look like mine? Nope. Do I want it to look like mine? Similar, but not exactly the same. Okay, I'm gonna put a deck out here. Maybe some lanterns. I'm going to make this go off the page. I'm going to put a walkway. You can put trees in the background. You can put dragons on statues. You could put mountains. I'm gonna put some mountains in the background. 1, 2, 3. Maybe put some snow on those top of the mountains. Okay, and then when I use my Sharpie, I am gonna add more details to it. Okay, so I am going to use the crayons for this project. Remember that red is the Chinese architecture color most of the time. So I'm going to use red to color this in. And I also have a gold crayon, so I'm going to throw some gold on the roof. But if you don't have a gold crayon, don't worry about it. Use a different color.